Hello, and welcome to this week's Question of the Week. This week, a listener asks, what is the picture when God says, "Turn to me, knowing none can come if they are not chosen"? Chris goes to the Bible to answer this good question, and enjoy the discussion.
Welcome to our open forum program. Please go ahead with your call.
Hi, Chris. I don't have scripture, but the Lord knows that no one that he has not chosen can come to him. But yet we read in the Bible, like sometimes he'll tell them, turn to me, and they can't, or he gets really upset with them. And he brought down Judah and he brought down Israel. But knowing that a man cannot be saved unless God saves them. So I guess I'm trying to understand, what is he trying to show with that picture? Because no one can come to him. None of the people could have turned their heart and started worshiping him and his law properly, because he did not give that to them. But yet he gets really angry and he destroys them. So how am I supposed to understand that? I hope it's okay that I didn't have scripture. Thank you.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And this goes back to the fact that man was created good. God saw everything that he had made and it was very good, including mankind. Man was created responsible to obey God, and he could and did obey God for that short period of time from his creation until the fall in the Garden of Eden. Now, once Adam and Eve disobeyed God by eating of the fruit of the forbidden tree, they died in their soul existence. And once that happened, then all the scripture, that we're so familiar with, especially in the book of Romans, none is good, no, not one, took effect. None are righteous, and none can stir themselves up. Really, the command of the Bible is seek the Lord, and the Bible tells us no man will seek him. That is according or in the manner that God stipulates, in the right way that God would require someone to seek him. Many seek him in wrong ways, but that's not truly seeking him. And it comes down to the fact that God commands all human beings to obey him and to follow him. And many are called, and a good number respond to the call and enter into the churches during the church age, but they still fail to come to him in their lives because they're dead in their soul, they're dead in heart, and no man can come except the Father which sent me draw him. And you're right. You can end up with a church, a whole denomination during the church age that are full of professors, Christian professors. They profess to know Christ, but in heart they do not know him, and God is angry with them. He's angry that they are hypocritical in this way, that there's no change in their heart. And so even during the church age, he could give that church up and it could become a synagogue of Satan, or give that denomination up. And at the end of the church age, he gave the whole corporate body, the whole corporate church up. And that was in his wrath. He was judging them for their unfaithfulness. And the only way to understand it is that man is still, as far as God views him, a responsible agent, or responsible for his life, his sin, his disobedience. God commands man to obey, and man fails to obey, and therefore that provokes the Lord to anger. And God has determined to save a people for himself, so he worked out a salvation program for few, for the elect. And in that salvation program, the Lord would enter into their lives in particular, in a way he does not enter into the lives of others. And he would cause them to do his will. If we look at Ezekiel 36, we read in verse 26. A new heart. No, I'll start in verse 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh, and I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. See, it's a consequence, it's a result of receiving the new heart, that now God's Spirit indwells us and he causes us to keep his commandments. It's why the true Christian has a change in life and is doing things that are pleasing to God. God gets all the glory. Philippians puts it in the sense that God will work within us or move within us to will and to do of his good pleasure. And it's all God's action. And if God did not cause us to do these things, we wouldn't do them. We wouldn't do them, and he would not have his purposes accomplished. So he does move within his elect people, and they become pleasing to him, and it's all his doing. It's all part of his salvation program. And for the rest, they do not. And God's anger is a righteous anger. Man, the creature, is obligated to obey his creator. The Christian, professed Christian, is obligated to obey the one he says has saved him. And when they fail to do so, well, like the breaking of any sin, the transgression of the law provokes God to anger.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. That way you don't miss any upcoming videos.